Time for divine shot, KJ events. This real talk's the brand. You understand how we do, my man. I'm on that Friday night Knicks shit, dripping in Knicks shit. Up in the world most famous arena with the click. That's the conglomerate. The Knicks real talk is real prominent. I'm a bit like the Omicron variant, dominant. Paying homage to the cats in the chat. That's where it's at. Cause I'm hearing that. You don't care for how early we straight facts. We interact with the mob, the gods. Up in the pod, the squad, the side. But I to rob you on the job. My energy, feeling tripping in tempo. As they cook my game plan, and my brand for loot and pursuit. Going hard like the New York City gritty committee. Cause that's the Knicks we ain't always pretty, but we all stay giddy. And we embrace the fan base, hit the links, amp your mace. We create the logo when there's airspace that appear like Squarespace. Staring down on the Chase Bridge, look at that Knicks City drip. There's any dashes on the court, looking pretty legit. I say the truth to the orange and blue. I thought you knew, so here's a few bars to shine like stars divine to Mount Mars. Knicks real talk. Here we go, let's go.
Knicks real talk right here. I'm representing
Knicks real talk.
right here. Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
We here in the building.
Knicks real talk.
Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Knicks real talk.
We here.
Here we go, let's go.
Knicks real talk. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Let's get it. Yo, what's good? What's good, everybody? What's poppin'? Knicks real talk. Let's get it. We in the building, the pregame show. Knicks play the Cleveland Cavaliers at the world most famous arena tonight. So we're gonna have to get that pop and talk about all that stuff, man. And everything on itinerary tonight. But further forward, let me bring my brother in the building, man. Shop Howard, what's poppin'?
Salute to you, Divine. Salute to the chat. Let's get it.
Yes, indeed, man. Knicks real talk pregame show. Y'all already know we in here, man. About to talk about this game coming up against Cleveland today in another hour and a half, man. After going through what we went through the other night, man, we're going to talk about a little bit of that game against the Dallas Mavericks, which was a disappointing game for the Knicks fan base and everybody. I just think that was a terrible loss for us. So we're going to get into all that, but try to stay on a positive note. We're going to see if we could rebound from that game today and try to go in against Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers and try to salvage that loss we had last night, man. Right now, the whirlwind is swirling, a lot of negativity in the air because of the loss, the fan base booing at the Garden. I know all that stuff was disappointing. But we got to see if we can salvage this thing, man, because we got to, Shop Howard. I would love to see us go in there and play hard today and try to eke out a victory, man. It ain't over till it's over, but we got to keep fighting like real team do, man. We hopefully can go in there tonight and do that.
Yeah, man. Rough loss the other night. A lot of stuff that we're going to talk about, and it was disappointing. Like you said, it was very disappointing to see them come out in that second half, mainly the third quarter, and just let them run amok, man. And it is what it is, man. It's enough to be talked about. And salute to you, Divine. Salute to the chat. Let's get it.
Yeah, you're real talk, my man. Jermaine was popping, touch nice. Tim Smith was popping. Cash Out James, my brother, was popping with you, man. Giants tied that game 20-20. They took a tie. They didn't lose the game. But so all you Giants fans out there, the game just was over. They tied the game, man. I thought we was gonna win that one, but anyway, good fight and having fun the Giants. But yeah, man, back to the Knicks. Salute to Fabian as well, just in the building, man. But Chop Howard, getting back to the Knicks in the game the other night. We had a good first half. The third quarter, we got blitzed. They dropped like 41 points. Tim Hardaway knocking down shots all over the place. Then Luka finally got in his bag, and I think they hit us with a punch. Then we got dizzy, man. We couldn't respond to it. Chop Howard. It's like you in that fight, and he get that good one jab and then that good one shot, kind of staggered you a little bit. And after that, the Knicks couldn't rebound from that, so they were kind of wobbly for the rest of the third quarter. And then in the fourth, man, it was pretty much over. Some good things, not too many good things. But I was definitely disappointed as a Knicks fan, man, to lose that game against them guys, man, especially with all the ex-Knicks there showing their butt. So, we live to fight another day. We in here tonight against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Donovan Mitchell coming in town. We're going to really see what this team is made of. Shop Howard, they're going to get tested today. You're going to see what this team really made of. You will know by the game today, or is this a resilient team, or we don't have the heart and desire we may think we have as a team if they don't respond today against these cats, the Cleveland Cavaliers. You got to see how these cats played in this game tonight, man. And if they don't come in there with a sense of urgency and pride and with a lot of heart, then I think, it's going to be pretty tough moving forward, man. And I really believe that. So we got to see how these guys are going to respond today against Donovan Mitchell and them. And hopefully they come out there with a renewed passion and say, you know what, we can't let our coach down. We can't let the fan base down. We can't let the Knicks organization down. We got to come out here and play some ball tonight. Let's hope that they can do that, man, to get back on a good note.
Yeah, that optimism is always our key, man, and try to stay optimism. That last game really uh was a gut punch, man, and on to the next one, man. We got this team coming up here tonight, and the things that I always talk about, we didn't push the pace last game. We didn't rebound the ball. We got out rebounded, and we didn't really hit our free throw shot. So with all those things intact, we let this team, the team come out and did this shot. It seems like teams are just throwing 50 shots, 53 pointers up against us every game, and but tonight we gotta stay focused, man. We really got to get back to the essence and try to salvage this home court swing that we got. We come out tonight and we have to play with some energy, and we got to really prepare for this team tonight, man, because once it was a back-to-back already, so it wasn't no real training camp or nothing like that. No real scrimmages and stuff like that. It was all probably just watching what to do and how to rotate and certain things like that. So let's see if we could get out here and this is our second time facing this team, and let's see if we have a better outing than the first.
Yeah, real talk. Well, it is a revenge game per se. So, you got to get even. Rather, you don't want to say revenge, get even. And they got to go out there and compete, South Powell. I mean, just 48 minutes, man. That was kind of much unacceptable the other day in that third quarter. I mean, I know what happened. This NBA, and not only with the matinee game as well. Don't want to make the matinee game the reason, but I just I never see this team. I don't want to say they quit it, but at least for that day, this would be the first time that I think this team really just throwing the white towel per se. Just say they throwing the white towel after that third quarter, and I was kind of like, wow, man, this team ain't did this all year. And this is the first time I see them really do that. So let's hope that it was only one game, and it is not going to dictate what they do today and moving forward. But I think they got to answer the bell today. I think they have to answer the bell. RJ, Julius, Brunson, the whole team, and Tibbs and everybody got to answer that bell today. I mean, they got to come out there and play with us as early, because you don't want to go down 10-14 with the Hawks on Wednesday and the Eastern Conference playing the way they playing. Next thing you know, we're gonna be down in with them lower echelon teams. Now, I don't think the fan base should deserve that. I don't think the Knicks organization, that team is better than that. They didn't spend all that money to be mediocre. So I think they just got to go in there and play ball tonight and all that stuff, man, and leave everything on the floor and execute and play with some passion and pride and heart. Man, them cats was booing the Knicks in the Garden again, man. That you didn't think that was going to happen this year. You know what I mean? When I see no fans booing them cats for a lack of effort, that really was something, man. But you know what? I think we're going to respond well. I think on the positive side, let's see what these leaders made of. Let's see what Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle and RJ have made of. I want to see these guys as leaders. Don't let this team fall down in purgatory with their feelings and emotions. Don't let them get down. Say, listen, God, we got beat up today. We got to own that. Come out there tonight. Play with some urgency. Play with some pride. Play with some passion, and try to get a W. I think that's the only thing they can do. If you execute the game plan, do the things that you're talking about from a statistical standpoint. For me, it's not even about the statistics. For me, it's about this right here. That's what it's about for me. Knicks offense can score with anybody. We ain't worried about that. But if you ain't got the heart to go out there and get on that 3-point line and shut them cats down and play up in their face, and you can't lollygag like that when you got guys like Tim Hardaway and Doncic who knock it down, and Dinwiddie who can really knock that stuff down at a high clip. And they had a terrible road trip, and what way to break their road trip with a W against the Knicks. So I think the Knicks didn't come in here with their A game, man, and I think that's a result of just not playing with a lot of energy in that second half. Maybe overthinking too much. Jalen Brunson probably wanted to show it that you guys should have signed me. So his game wasn't really where he needed to be. I think he was more feelings than emotions into the thing. Randle, he started off offensively, but them turnovers and spinning in the paint. We went back to 2 years ago. Randle that day. Randle was spinning that ball in the paint, causing, I'm like, Randle, that ain't you, man. Come on now. RJ didn't get to go, and Cam Reddish he had a terrible game. Overall, it's just like that day wasn't their day. So I don't know whether it was a result of the Dallas Mavericks or whether the result of the Knicks just not having it, because they did not have it. None of them guys, man, it seemed like to me now, Hartenstein played. Robinson didn't even have it after that monster game, the last one he had. So we just got to rebound, man, and get back to it, guys. And ladies and gents, salute to the chat. So, excuse me, Cameron Goldberg, Keith Turner, Hector, Pudge Nice, everybody, man. Salute to you guys in the building. Cash Out James, everybody, Fabian, Knicks Real Talk, Jermaine, salute. Knicks Divine Shop Howard, Knicks Real Talk, let's get it. Pre-game show, Knicks and Cleveland Cavaliers at the world most famous arena tonight. In about an hour, we're gonna go in there and see if we can rebound, man, and get a victory, Shop Howard. But it was definitely something that we gotta kind of get ourselves going and get back to the basics, man. Because the other night, just wasn't that.
Yeah, the biggest thing for me right now, Divine, is what we always talk about is defense. Right now, our defense is not setting the precedence right now. You know, I looked up some stats on NBA stats. We're 26 in percentage of in defense. I mean, we're 26 in the 30 teams in the league in defense right now. 26. The 4 teams that are under us are the Magic, the Rockets, Detroit Pistons, and San Antonio Spurs. We have to do better on defense, man. We have to do, I don't even care about the 3-point percentage. We have to get better with defense. If we do not start getting better with defense, we are going to fold a lot of these games, man. And with that being said, we don't shoot a lot of 3-pointers, but our percentage from 3-pointer is about 33% so far this year. Mm-hmm. And, we have to start shooting a couple more 3-point shots. We don't really have no shoot. We have people that can shoot threes, but we don't have no shooters. And I mean, really to implement that threat from the 3-point line. Mm-hmm. And I want them to put Cam Reddish back into the starting lineup. He looked so off coming off the bench again, not getting those minutes, not sure what he's going to be doing and stuff like that. I think I like the way Quentin Grimes is playing, but I think we play better when just me as a Knicks fan, just my point of view, I think we played a little bit better when we had when we had Reddish on the court. So we got to pick it up tonight, and there's no doubt that we have to really, really pay attention to what we're going to do going forward. We have to somehow turn this team back into a defensive-minded team and shoot a couple of more 3-pointers every game. We didn't have the last game. We didn't have no assists. We couldn't pass the ball. We got to get back to that 25 assists a night, sharing that ball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, real talk. Hector, if you look at the graphic I got on the board with the different lineups, Quentin Grimes, he 3 and 4 with the top Brunson, RJ, Randall, and Robinson, and he also is 0 and 1 with Barrett, Jalen Brunson, Harkenstein. So right, he really 3 and 5 under 500. If you look at Cam Reddish in the starting lineup, the Knicks are 4 and 3. So they over 500 with Reddish, and they under 500 with Grimes. So if you combine Reddish record, he's 3 and 3 with RJ, Barrett, Brunson, Harkenstein, and Randall. Reddish is 3 wins, 3 losses. With Barrett, Brunson, Randall, him and Jericho Sims, they 1 and 1. So he's 4 and 3 as a starter, and my man is 3 and 5. And I think I brought that to your attention a while ago, and I was telling everybody, when Cam Reddish was in the game, when he was starting for the Knicks, they was winning. That goes back to the West Coast trip. I was like, when he in the game with the Knicks in that starting lineup, the Knicks won them games. His record is 3 and 3. He over 500 as he started. So I always thought that was I like the Cam Reddish size and everything. A little bit more experience than Quentin Grimes. Quentin Grimes came into the NBA last year. My man been in here almost 4 years now, so a couple of more years experience. Been around, 2 more years than Quentin Grimes. But I just liked it what Cam Reddish did with that team for the wing height, the wing defense. And my man is nice there. I'm not taking nothing for Quentin Grimes. I just thought Cam Reddish with RJ and them guys made a difference to me. But let's hope that they can turn that thing around, because we need one of them guys to really get it performing. Cam Reddish didn't have it the other night, so we have to see. Yeah, fact. Yep. Yeah, sorry about that, Shop House.
Yeah, that's the facts. That was his due in preseason. I mean, we still gotta, it is as a Knicks fan, it really, really, like, to see those type of games, like those are the type of games that you really get upset, where I understand where I'm ready to trade everybody off the team, trade every Randall, Tibbs, everybody. You get because you start seeing stuff and it just seems like it starts to pile on, it happens, man. This is the NBA, man, and they look. I don't know what happened. It was like the yin to the yang, the night to the day, whatever, however you want to put that, put that out there. But they played pretty good in the first half, and the second half, that third quarter, that swallowed them up. You know what I mean? So we just got to get back on defense, man. We got to start focusing some more on defense. We gotta, stop switch. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, man. A lot of times we're switching, and when we switch, we go under the screen instead of going over the screen, and we get killed by the 3-point shot that way. I noticed that a couple of games. Switching when a guy comes off, you switch off. I mean, we do have big guys that can switch off, that can play multiple positions. So I understand why they do that. But sometimes you just got to stay with your man. Just stay with your man all the way through and see what happens. And I mean, you bring your man, you bring the guy that has the ball into Mitchell Robinson. So it's you and Mitchell Robinson against him. Every side that you try to do that, you try to put you and Mitchell Robinson go into the hole so they can think about making a 3-point shot or driving to the hole. And it's just what it is right now. And we have to start pushing the pace, man. We need to get out and beat teams down the court. We got to start beating them down the court, man. Our half court sets sometimes are real shaky sometimes, unless we're moving the ball. And I mean, if we're not moving the ball, then it turns back into that isolation basketball again. And I mean, so we got to start. We have to dominate rebounding, because second chance points is killing us this year. I think on average we're giving up about 14 points in second point baskets. That is a lot of points off a second point basket. That means the team we're playing against is grabbing offensive rebounds. We need to grab rebounds. And we got once back to the line, we have to start getting back to the floor of shooting that free throw. Last game, I think Brunson missed three free throws last game. I mean, he went from a 90% shooter probably down to a 80-something% shooter just off of last game. So there's just things that we just got to try to fix, and it's not put a Band-Aid on it. We have to fix that problem. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. On to the next one, and I think we have a chance tonight, man. We just got to push the pace.
Yeah, real talk, man. All the stuff you said and beyond. We got to go out there and display that we got heart, though. That's what's killing me. I mean, like, listen, you look at, and we know we're in a different era in basketball. We get it, but you don't even got to be a rough rider. You don't have to be Charles Oakley. You don't have to be Anthony. What you have to do is have heart, though. You ain't got to be a bully, but you got to have heart. You can't let Tim Hardaway come in there and do that. Then at the end of the game, this is his city. This ain't your city. You know what I mean? You can't. That's that year where Ricky Rubio came in here. Ricky Rubio, out of all people, came in a garden and dropped 35 with like 8 3-pointers. I'm like, what? That stuff happened. It happens, but in a game like the past game where we really needed that game to make us kind of get close to 500, start hitting the stride. Think about what we done lost since we left that road trip. We losing at home, man. We literally letting people come here and rob us. You know what I mean? That's the problem I have with it. It ain't even about the numbers. I don't even care about the numbers. I don't care about the rebounds. I don't care about the assists. I care about the heart that you're supposed to have as a New York Knicks ball player, to let somebody come up in Madison Square Garden and just take yours. That's what's disappointing to me, because winning games, losing games, that happens. We ain't gonna win every game. We understand we're not gonna lose every game. It's how you win and how you lose. I was disappointed on how the way Knicks lost that game. They just shut down in that second half, man. I don't care if it's a matinee or not. And if somebody throwing jabs at you, then you throw jabs back. You know what I mean? That's what got me disappointed. When Tim Hardaway they were doing what they were doing, why didn't y'all respond to these guys? And I think that was the biggest thing that that was disappointing to me. That game was, real talk, man. Without having a gun, all I was real talk, man. They strong armed us, brother. And I was like, that's disappointing. You don't come up in here and do that stuff, and man, and I'm talking about, you got a lot of these players like they was on the Knicks team. You know what I mean? I mean, these cats didn't when he playing in Brooklyn know he want the Knicks how they should go at each other all the time. I felt that was the biggest disappointment to me. If you throw out all the numbers, them cats wanted it more. We had them in the first half. They came out in the second half and they punched us in the mouth and they hit us with a really good, either hit us with a shot to the temple or a shot to the ribs, and we got dizzy and couldn't recuperate from that. And I just think it was a real blow to us, man, the way they hit us like that. So it's just something they got to get. I'm quite sure they thought about it the last couple of games, but man, shout out, that was I didn't see the Knicks all year long give up like they did that game. They literally gave up in that third quarter going into the fourth. They was like, this shit is over. We ain't got nothing for them. They done stole. They stole our energy. The crowd booing us because them. You know when the Knicks boo you at the Garden because they like you not playing hard. They don't care about losing games.
That's a fact.
They just said, y'all cats are not playing hard, and you let these cats come here and smoke y'all in that third quarter. 41 points. I think the Knicks fans, the fan base was just upset that, like, listen, you both to punch back. And I just think they didn't punch back that game. So, I'm speaking from a fan perspective right now, that was disappointing to me. Like, you cats come up here and just didn't even respond back. Only thing I was happy to see that he got a technical foul. I'm like, Tom Thibodeau, you got to get a technical foul in sometime this year. Let these people know that you got to be about sacrificing getting kicked out the game or getting a $25,000 fine by bad officiating, whatever. If you show that you're not having it, the team will show that they're not having it. And that was like the only good thing came out of me, but he finally got a technical foul, letting the people know you ain't calling the right plays or you calling. And even the technical that he called, when you look at the replay, it wasn't even a foul on the other team. So, but still, he had the energy to say, "I'm gonna make you call a technical." You know what I mean? Make you give me a technical. I thought that was good, but we got to make that translate, man, because it's an important game today. Let me throw the tail of the tape right quick, and we get into that. If you look at what we're doing against this team, overall, we 4-6 in the last 10 games. They 7-3. We scoring the ball. We scoring 114. They only scoring 108. We out rebound. They got Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. We still out rebounding them 45-41. Assists, we out assisting them 23-22. Field goal percentage, they're a little better, and they shooting the ball from downtown better because I just think our team overall, we just not defending the perimeter. But that's what's so disappointing, Shop House, to me. Like we literally beating these cats in every category. Now, what's going to keep us from winning that game tonight? If the Knicks don't come out there with a sense of urgency, and let Donovan Mitchell them start running amok and don't shut them cats down, it's gonna go back to the hard situation. We did with them with a lot of category statistics in the last 10 games. We out rebounding them. We doing a lot of things better than them, and we scoring more than them. But what happens if them cats y'all don't come out there and play with no heart today, and them cats we lose that game? It's a wrap. I just really believe that, man. So let's hope that we can take this tail of the tape and make it work for it, man. But I think we do come out today with more pride. I can tell you that much. Now I don't know the outcome of the game, but I do think we're gonna come out there with a sense of more pride and know that this is do or die right here. This is do or die for the Knicks. Either win this game and get back at it and just be get back to 2 games under 500 and hopefully you could beat Atlanta Hawks on Wednesday, whatever, and take it from there. That's about the only thing. Because if you lose that game today, it'll be hard to come back up in this thing from a standing standpoint. Unless you go on a crazy run, but or if not, then the fans gonna get on you as well. So it's gonna be crazy to see today.
Yeah, this is the part of the Knicks journey where the Knicks better start getting ready, because you do not want the fans, us, to really turn on you. Hearing boos in the Garden the other day was embarrassing. It was embarrassing, and they deserved it. They that second half that they got booed, they deserved it. To let these guys come out and score over 40 points in the third quarter, and you not scoring 20 points in a quarter, you deserved it. You didn't get out there on the defense. Two guys really, really killed us. Junior killed us, and oh my gosh, what's the player, the shooting guard? Point guard.
Doncic?
Yeah, Doncic, man. They killed us, man. Luka, how could I forget his name? Luka came out that third quarter and got crazy. So did Junior. Tim Hardaway started shooting shots, started, amping like his city and all this other crap. Man, come on. You give this guy hard, he gonna feed off it. You notice his eyes start getting bigger and bigger. He was one of the crazy ones we had. His eyes start getting bigger and bigger. and start opening up, and he's like, "This, nah, man, come on, man, you don't let him get off like that, man." I mean, you got Bullock over there. He made about 10 points, and man, you don't do that, man. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. I mean, on to the next one, man. That was a bad loss, and that's going to stick in the minds of every Knicks fan this whole year. That loss, you know what I mean? So we gotta make it better. We gotta reprise what we gotta do right now. We gotta refocus and change the way of what we're doing. Maybe we might. I mean, I did see what the starting lineup is supposed to be, but maybe we don't see as many players playing as many minutes. That Julius Randle, he rocked Julius Randle like the whole quarter for what? You know what I mean? So everybody can get it tonight. Everybody can get it for that team. I love my man Mitchell Robinson. That is my guy. From having that monster game that he had the game before, to having 2 rebounds and 4 points is unacceptable. You know what I mean? It's unacceptable, especially playing against that team that only rebounds 30 rebounds a game. It's unacceptable. We're supposed to have 50 rebounds to their 30 rebounds. But, that's my venting right there. This game right here is another hard game that we got to freaking go up against, man. These Cavs is not playing. We played them before, and they got a guy that we wanted. So, Donovan Mitchell going to come into New York and try to be an all-star, superstar, MVP, most valuable player, and all that other good stuff that usually happens when an all-star comes to New York.
Yeah. Real talk. Yeah, and that's I agree with you 100%. I want to leave Elton Lee's chat up there, and I think that's so important. The stress is coming because we are so close. That is 100% dead on, Elton Lee. I appreciate that chat. That's where the stress coming at, because they know we so close, and the pressure. It's the pressure. You know what I mean? Can you handle the pressure? And that, Elton Lee, great chat there. I think you spot on with that. Can you handle the pressure? And the pressure's starting them out, because like Elton Lee said, they that close. They just got to get over that hump and pressure bust pipes. You know what I mean? And let's hope that our pipes ain't busting. You know what I mean? I think that's really a telltale sign of But I do think a lot got to do with this here too. Where the dogs at? Who let the dogs out? Well, let them out. Brunson got dog in them. Some of these guys got dog in them. It's just that you got to go in there and fight hard. Because one thing about the Knicks team. It's just on the defense. I'm not even concerned about the offense. Literally, we scoring 114 points a game. I'm not even worried. We getting beat on the defense.
Fact.
And a Tom Thibodeau defense-minded basketball team, that's what we lose that. So what's the difference between now and 2020, 21, when we was top 4 for higher echelon in defense, when we was 4th in the league in this, 5th in the league in that, Dan and number 1 in defense? What changed from 2020, 21 to now, where our defense is not the difference where it was? It's the type of players that we have.
Facts.
It's the players. Like I said, it's not. Let's just count. Let's throw away offense. Period. I don't even want to talk about offense. Bullock is a defender. Alpha Payton is a defender. Todd Gibson is a defender. You know what I mean? Think about all these guys who could defend the ball that's not even on the Knicks no more. Think about it. Todd Gibson, rough rider. Reggie Bullock, rough rider to a degree. Alpha Payton, rough rider. You know what I mean? They had passion, they had heart. They might didn't do a lot on the offense, but they had the heart of a lion. And I think that's the reason why the Knicks right now, them cats, Randall, RJ, Brunson. You think about we not only young too, Shot Power. We can't forget about this here. Other than Derrick Rose and Fournier and Julius Randle, he just turned 28. That team is young. So so they might have young Lionheart. They might not have veteran Lionheart in them. That's why I thought that they should have brought back Todd Gibson for that. The very same reason we going through what we're going through right now. The Knicks need somebody on that bench who's a veteran, who's been through the grind, who know and understand. Listen, y'all need to start kicking some butt out here. You know what I mean? Go hard or go home. And I think we missing that. Derrick Rose, he's a veteran, but he's not one of them outspoken, lead by example guys. That ain't him. Fournier, that ain't him. So we really playing right now, like when the pressure, in the time like this here right now, you need some veterans to stir the shit. You need some older guys who can say, okay, guys, listen, calm down. Let's do this. Let's do that. I don't think we have that right now. And I think that might be the reason why we're suffering to get to where we need to go, because we are missing guys who literally could tell you to either pick your game up or call you out. Like who on that Nick team, Shop? I'm gonna make a example and I'm gonna pass it to you. Who on that Nick team, 15 guys, gonna call out Julius Randle? Who on that Nick team gonna call out RJ Barrett? We don't have no veterans that's gonna hold them accountable. That Derrick Rose ain't that dude, and Fournier ain't that dude. So I think sometimes experience is the best teachers, man. And if you ain't got these cats, that's why every team that like a lot of successful teams, they got a couple of veteran guys on their team that know the NBA, understand the NBA. So when you're going through these rigor mortis and the ups and downs of the season, you got somebody who can kind of keep everything, level headed. I don't think we got no leader. Randle is a good player, but he's not the type of leader to take these guys under his wing and say, all right, guys, we got to get this shit together. You know what I mean? And I think we're missing that. I really do believe that. So let's hope that they can get to find one of them guys can find it in themselves to be that guy that when you like in the third quarter when somebody scored 8 points, who was on that bench saying, listen, man, y'all, we need to get our it together. All right, these cats, we need to get it together. We need to clamp down, blah, blah, blah. You got to have guys on the team like that, man, and all the good teams do. So I think like I said, we're a young team, so it's understandable. We're a young team. I get it. But, Randle, Fournier, and Derrick Rose got to be them guys, man. I mean, it's like your kids ain't doing something good, and if they ain't doing something good, as the parent, you're going to get on them. You're going to hold them accountable because you're the adult in the room. You're going to teach them, like, listen, you need to pick your grades up. You need to clean this house up or whatever. You got to get it popping. I don't think we got them guys on the Knicks, and I think that's one of the main reasons why we suffering. We don't have them veterans like that, man. At least 2 or 3 of them on the bench. And I think Todd Gibson was one of them guys. And I just think we miss him. Real talk.
Yeah, you speaking the facts, Divine. Knicks real talk, man. That is so true, man. We don't have anyone to really hold anybody accountable. You're right. We don't have we don't have those guys, man. We just don't. And even with our veterans that we do have, like you said, D Rose is not that type of guy. Fournier probably speaks out a little bit, but now he's not playing. I'm pretty sure he's not saying much of anything about anything anywhere. And Julius Randle is, our quote unquote our best guy. That's our top of the line right now. So I mean. With all that being said, man, we still have a chance to try to turn this boat around. This is going to be a tough game tonight, and this is at Madison Square Garden, where everybody comes to Madison Square Garden and wants to showcase. And we have to be the team that showcases tonight. Tonight it has to be good all-around team basketball tonight. We can't lack in anything. We can't lack in defense, rebounding, pushing the pace, hitting the free throws, closing out, switching onto other players. None of that stuff. Everything tonight has to be dang good tonight, man, because we're going to have some guys out tonight that's going to come out here and really try to perform, And after a bad loss like we had the other night, we really, really have to perform tonight, man. Win, lose, or draw, we have to, we got to go out there and really put our best foot forward, man, and try to, get this win get this win tonight. And we played this team already. And we got killed in the second quarter against this team as well. So we just got to come out and be more persistent in the second half. And hopefully Tibbs can make some quicker changes if we see things not going the right way.
Yeah, real talk. Yeah, now that me and my brother done vented a little bit, we can get back to the basics, man. But I just think that it's important that we just to speak about what's really going on, because I really seen a lot of down energy in the Knicks fan base. Even on Twitter, man, it was like a hot mess. It's like they took the wind right under the sail. So let's rebound today, like Shop Howard said. Just get back to the basics. Let's go in there and try to fight this thing out and scrap and see what they're gonna do and get this win. Before you look at the starting lineups tonight, I'll go over that real quick. For the New York Knicks tonight, I think same starting lineup is projected. Jalen Brunson, Quentin Grimes, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, and Mitchell Robinson. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Lamar Stevens, Wade, and Evan Mobley. So that means that what's his name? Jared Allen must be out of the starting lineup for them guys tonight. So it should really be about the Knicks going in there and take advantage of this thing, man, and try to eke out this win. So far, I think we've been there all season long. That's what's so disappointing. We've been there all season long. We're playing good basketball. We just let one get away. Like I said, it's a matinee game. We normally don't do well on matinee games. Not making that's the reason why we lost, but it happens. And I think we just got to come out there with a sense of urgency tonight. Do all the offense things you talk about, but first and foremost, play some defense, because I think here's the problem. We kind of backwards with the Knicks. You know why we under 500? Because our defense is under our offense. Normally, you want your offense to be outscoring your defense, but we only score 114, but we giving up 116. That's the reason why we 10-13. It should be the other way around. You want you want your offense to be above your defense. You want the defense to stop team from scoring, that your offense score more. It's just flip flop. And I think we just got to come out there with get back to the basics on defense. Stop all this switching. Get up in your man's face. That thing started to drive me crazy. I wish I could email Tom Tell me if I had his email.
You and me alone.
Yeah, man. I'm like, why do you got God playing off each other like this far apart? When you want a 3-point line, that guy should be up on you like this here. I'll be seeing RJ Randall them back here. Then they got to run all the way
going under the screen.
Yo,
going around the screen, man. It kills them every night.
Every night, them cats be here. Here go the guy about to shoot the ball. Y'all back here. When this is dude shooting the ball, you supposed to be up here. But time you close out on him, he done got in motion. The Knicks is so terrible at that. And I'm not throwing darts at nobody, but I done seen Julius Randle do that thing 3 or 4 times where he might sit. He want the rebound. He undecided whether to go out there and guard the 3-point perimeter or do I lag back and try to get that rebound. And that's where he caught in the quagmire. So like, don't worry about it. That's why you got Mitchell Robinson down there. Go up there, and when that man getting that, you got to be up on him, man. And that to me, that's basketball 101. You leave a man open, he gonna knock it down. I mean, them professionals, you know what I mean? You leave him open, you give him 2 or 3 feet, they're gonna knock it down. We had a 3-point shooting lead. That's what the NBA is now. Steph Curry done revamped that. Reinvented it. So now your defense, you should always be concerned with the 3-point shot. And I don't think the Knicks be taking it too serious. You always got to be up on that, man. Out of all things in the NBA, in the league, that's a 3-point shooting league. We're in the shooting league now. You got to get up on them. And I think if we do that today, we can go get up on Donovan Mitchell and Garland and them cats and Kevin Love and them today. And look at what last time we said what Kevin Love did to us the last time we played us. Them cats was him and Donovan Mitchell had like 9 3-pointers apiece.
That second quarter.
Yeah. So I think that's really the problem is just the deep-point defense. I just think that's what it is. I think
the second half.
Yeah, we should be better than that, man. So we hope that we find a way to do it. Because I really believe we lose today, guys. It's pretty much going to be game over. I think we lose bad today at the Garden. I think it's game over. And you come in front of one of the most optimistic Knicks fans in the business. Y'all know me. I think the Knicks can win all 82 games. But unfortunately, that ain't gonna happen. But you feel that way about the team sometimes when you think they got a good team. And I think we got a good team. We just got to on the defense side of the ball is where we lacking at. And I think that's the reason why we under 500 right now. We losing, giving up 120 points, 130 points, 140 points.
Yeah, man.
Can't do that. Come on, man. I don't care how good that team is, man. You better find a way to stop them from scoring. So, like tonight, we got a tough task in our hand. What's gonna let Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland going to get in their bag tonight? Is Evan Mobley. I think him and Mitchell Robinson going to be a good matchup. Mobley going to play the 5 tonight. So if Evan Mobley playing the 5 tonight against Mitchell Robinson, he's got skills. But I think Mitchell Robinson's bigger than Mobley's kind of lanky, skinny, but he got he a finesse, got skills. But Mitchell Robinson got a little bit side. Not side, but physical. When I'm in depth of the side on him. Let's see how it goes, man. Shy Powell, but I'm gonna stay energetic tonight. I think that the Knicks will win this game. We gotta play defense tonight. That's all to it. Because like I said, for all the stuff with Tibbs, I got a feeling if they don't win the next couple of games, I think it might be a wrap. Though I heard that I don't know what the real report that the Knicks is like, nah, we're gonna ride out with them. From what I heard, so I don't know how report that true that thing is. I was, man. I'm very honest. Still, I was, man.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I'm still high on them too. I was high on them too. I thought they were going to be at least a 42 win to up to 47 win team. You know what I mean? But things are not happening right, man. We having different players not playing the way they should. You know what I mean? Going up under the screen instead of over the screen. You know, and one thing that you said about Randall, like I had to reiterate on Randall because he's been. It was a play in the third quarter um, with Josh Green, and Randall was packing the paint, and Josh Green was open in the corner on the on the 3-point line, and like it was like he had forever. I think I could have probably made the shot. That's how open he was, and he shot the shot, and that took it on that run that we never came back from, and we have to get out on defense, man. We can't have no more of those type of plays, man. Julius Randle's been, I mean, I'm not trying to harp on Julius Randle because he's a great player. He held us down that whole first quarter. I mean, that whole first half that we had last game. You know what I mean? And it just got to get a little better on defense, or we have to implement a boxing one or freaking a zone or something. We have to, I would love to see them do a boxing one like zone. You know what I mean? If they feel that they're not going to be able to get out as much, make a boxing one and put Mitch right at the top of the foul of the free throw line. You know what I mean? And have everybody boxing in or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe that might be something to do. There's some things that, we haven't seen Tom Thibodeau do this year. He does play man defense, but that switching is killing us. And if we got to slow down that perimeter shot, we really do, man. And, it's not so much of a draw. We don't get, I mean, I think, I don't remember what the in the paint, what we scored last game, but I'm pretty sure if we didn't win the paint, we were pretty close in the paint. These guys killed us in 3-point land. And, tonight is a night to get out there and implement a new defense. I mean, not a new defense, but a fresher defense. And I mean, defense is what we need right now. It's nothing about offense. We could score with some of the best teams in here. We have to get back to this defense, man. This nitty gritty committee defense, man.
Facts. That's the only problem with me. I don't have no gripe about Julius Randle. I mean, RJ Barrett. I don't have no gripe about Brunson. None of them, because on the offense side of the ball, we all right. Like I said, it's about the defense side of the ball. And that's what made me optimistic about the team is that, listen, if you look at the Knicks right now and what we've been through for the first 23 games, we had some good wins. We had some losses that just were terrible, but we also had players out here and there. Here's the problem. The one thing always should stay consistent, no matter what player in, what is that the way you play on the basketball court from a hustle standpoint, your energy level. That should always be considered. I don't care if you got teams in the league like Orlando, them who nowhere near what we as far as competitive talent for experience. I'm trying to say experience guy, but them young men compete every night. Our young squad compete. Sometimes Randall and them guys get lax. I got to use Randall, like I'm just using him because he's in the starting lineup. Randall, RJ, and Brunson them. Sometimes Randall, Brunson, and RJ, and even Mitchell them, they would get lax sometimes. But them young cats always playing with energy. They always play with energy. They constantly trying to play with energy. Whether their talent is good enough to be like Randall and RJ and them, but them cats is always bringing maximum effort. They try hard as much as they can, and I think that's a difference in the season so far. And I thought that would be a huge plus for us this year, Shop Howard. I thought that the young energy would bring in Brunson, Randall being Randall, RJ hopefully having a good year this year. I didn't see the Fournier thing coming. I didn't see that coming. I didn't see the Derrick Rose injury, the toe injury. It's a lot of things I didn't see coming. I thought if they put it all together, this team was pretty competitive. And then until that game the other night, I thought that they've been competitive all season. That's why I'm not too down on what happened the other night per se. It just had been one of them nights because the whole season the Knicks been competitive. You know what I mean, Shot Power? They've been in games, they've been fighting, they've been playing, they've been in a lot of games. We win some, they lose some, but they never really got blowed out. Like somebody just took it from them. And I just thought that was a difference the other night, man. The last game we had against Dallas, it seemed like we just almost got it taken from us. So, and I didn't see that all year long. And I think I do think we respond real well, bounce back tonight and get it popping. Obviously, Donovan Mitchell going to come in and guard it tonight. Want to show that he should have been a Knick. And for y'all guys not passing up on me, I'm going to try to do this to you guys tonight. You got to see that coming. You know what I mean? Whether you can stop it or not, that remains to be seen. But you can't let Donovan Mitchell come up here and drop 40 on us, and you know he's going to try to do that anyway. And let's hope that somebody responds tonight. And I don't care who it be, but they got to step up to the challenge tonight, because this is about a heart thing to me. That's just my personal opinion. It's all about heart to me. And if you let these cats come in here and embarrass you in the garden tonight, and you don't put up no show, no heart, no fighting, no grit, no will, like a New York City person would do, you know what I mean? You rather represent the city, and I say it over and over. That's a hard going place. Everybody on the grind, they hustling, they bustling. Well, the Knicks got to do that on the court, because I think that same spirit got to be on the basketball court. Just like any one of our sports franchise, you got to represent the city where you come. The energy got to be coming from the fans, and your fans are the type of people that live in New York to do certain type of things. And I think we got to get to that. So let's see if we come out there with some passion, because Darius Garland and my man are going to be looking to do their thing. You know, my man Jalen Brunson got a real hard task trying to guard Darius Garland. Then you're going to have Quentin Grimes. I definitely want to see that Donovan Mitchell and Quentin Grimes matchup. I think that matchup going to be pretty fun to watch. Quentin Grimes got the right. See, now Donovan Mitchell, opposed to Drew Holiday, I like his chances to be better against Donovan Mitchell than Drew Holiday. One, because of the height, the strength, the size, and he could kind of get down in that low center of gravity with Donovan Mitchell, because Donovan Mitchell's not a tall guy, and maybe Grimes don't have to worry about Donovan Mitchell shooting over him, opposed like Drew Holiday was, which I thought that should have been Cam Reddish on Drew Holiday instead of Quentin Grimes because of the height and size. So I think that's a matchup going to be interesting to see tonight. Evan Mobley and Mitchell Robinson going to be interesting to see. Obviously, Julius Randle, hopefully against Wade. Wade can shoot the ball from out there. And let's see how Julius Randle defend on that perimeter against somebody like the Dean Wade. Literally could knock that ball down with the best of them. So let's see how my man them going to get out. Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Dean Wade, them boys can shoot. So let's see what our Knicks going to do on the perimeter tonight. It's going to be about how they show up on that perimeter, how Randall and them getting out on the three-point shooter, the RJ. Obviously, he's going to be guarding Lamar Stevens, who's a good defense player. He got a little bit of three-point skills. So they shooting the ball pretty well from downtown. Percentage-wise, not really. They only shoot, 23%? I'm at the team. I'm going to say, no, they shooting more than that. I'm sorry. They got four guys in their starting lineup, but they shooting 41%, 43%, 43%, 41%. The only one shooting under that is Evan Mobley. So them cats knocking it down from out there. So it's going to be important that our perimeter defense, once again, get out there and see if we can handle it. If not, it's going to be another long night. Then I think it's going to be over.
Yeah, I mean, we played them not too long ago, and the second half of the game, they just shot lights out. They start putting up shots, and the 3-point shots start dropping. And we got to get out there on these guys and play some good defense on them, man. Maybe I don't mean to sound violent, but maybe hit one of them. I mean, do something, man. You know what I mean? Do something. If you're gonna let them know that, I don't want you. You ain't gonna be shooting that right here, man. You either gonna try to drive this ball in the hole or pass this ball off. You're not gonna be shooting that ball in front of me. Like, I'm not sitting here, if I'm not playing no defense. And the defense is what's going to help us, man. Defense is killing us right now. Like I said, we're 26 in the NBA right now of being defensive. 26 in the league, and the 4 teams under us are all basically lottery teams. Mm-hmm. We have to come out of that doldrum right now, man. We got to move ourselves up. We have to get out of that doldrum. We got to get back up to, 18, those numbers. Even if we don't get to top 10, we got to move up to 18 at least. 15. I mean, try to make it a little better. Make it hard for teams, because we're not losing by not putting the ball in the basket. We're losing because we can't stop people. Mm-hmm. I mean, tonight sounds like a good night for them to come out and have a defensive mind, pushing the pace, offense, and get up in these guys' face.
Yep. Yeah, that's what it's all about, Shop. I mean, you couldn't have said it better myself, man. Like you said, we got to kind of give them a little bit of can't come up here and do that. Like I put
let them feel. Yeah, man.
Feel like this here. Somebody come up here, they're gonna catch one.
Yeah.
Somebody come up in this house, they're gonna catch one. Well, I don't get what it is. I don't get with a battered shoe or whatever. You try to come up in this house, you're gonna feel it. That's where the Knicks gotta be at the garden. Somebody try to come in your house, you make them feel it. First of all, you trespassing. So you gotta make them feel it. And I think the Knicks gotta make these guys feel it, man. Like, listen, man, listen. It ain't gonna be no cakewalk up in here, and it shouldn't be. But I'm disappointed in that home record though. I was like, wow, I did not think we would be under 500 at home in New York this year, man. I really did. I thought this team would be a little bit more feisty. But like I said, I don't think it's the end of the world. I think we're going to respond. The only thing I do know about it, I think tonight, to me, ladies and gentlemen, and salute to the chat. Y'all cats dropping it in there. Tim, everybody. Justin King, once Nick, always the Nick, Eddie Alvarez. All you guys, man, y'all dropping some jewels up in there. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. We can keep some real talk up in here. And the chat always keeping it real up in there. So that's what's up. And I'm really to see how they respond today, man. Because I really believe we get punched in the mouth today, it's over. I think it's over. You know what I mean? You can't go out there with if you never get me wrong, you go in there and lose by 1 or 2, 3 or 4, you compete it all day.
Yeah, you make an effort. Yeah, of course. All right.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, if you make an effort to lose, to me, if they make an effort to lose, I can live with that. I really can't. Because you're not going to win 82 games. You're not going to win. We were projected to win 30-something, 40-something. But the thing is, it's how you lose. It's how you lose. You gotta make sure you don't go there and just like that. Dallas, to me, that was so disturbing as a Knicks fan. I just think the way we lost the other night. I don't think it was about the loss because you're going to lose games. I've seen the Knicks lose 4 or 5 in a row and you end up win 6, 7, and 8 in a row. I'm not worried about that. It's just that the competing level, and I think we gotta get back to competing hard, man, on the defense side. Like I said, we gotta play some defense, man. If we don't play defense, every game we lose. You think about it. Every game we lose is why? Because our defense sucks.
Thanks.
Every game we lose, ain't got nothing to do with no offense. We lose them because our defense ain't stopping people, man. And so let's see if they can get that under wraps today. Because as we get to a point now, is it the players? This guy should trade this guy. I think I put that in the last year. I said we in trade rumor season. We in trade rumor situation because now we losing and everybody, Randall got to go or RJ got to go and this team ain't that good enough. That's all out there now, because we losing. And it's going to give it even more. So like now we got Tibbs on the chopping block. You know what I mean? I know that always been a 50-50 thing anyway. But now it's more so than ever. Literally on Twitter, it's like a
Twitter is on fire with it.
When it comes to Tibbs, he gotta be trending. He gotta be trending crazy on Twitter. Mm-hmm. I was like, they got hashtag fire Tibbs. But you know what? Let's hope. We want this team to still get to the playoffs and get to the play and do the things that we want them to do. And I know it's we're in a negative state of mind right now because we're losing games. And after that debacle, you heard the fans booing. So I understand where all the Knicks fans at. We probably want the whole damn thing broken down. But I'm not one to bail out like that. But only thing I can say, and I think I said this in the last stream, if the Knicks lose 3 games, these next 3 games in a row, which was the one the other night, today, and against Atlanta, now we come out here and lose them games, it is over. Because to me, that would tell me that these cats ain't got the heart to fight to stay in this thing no matter what. And I'm hoping that's not the case. I hope they prove me wrong. But the way it look right now, they lose the down between them. In other words, they take it to us and we don't show no spirit, no fight, no grit and all that. I think it's going to be a long season, bro. I think it's going to be a long season. Sometimes you can't, it is. Sometimes you can't, you can rebound from being down 5 under 500. And when it comes to win the loss, your team is always fighting and they always fighting. But once you do that fighting the mentality, how the hell you going to dig out of a hole? You got to have a fighting spirit to dig up out of a hole. You know what I mean? If you down 10, 7 rounds of 3 in a boxing match, you could get back in the fight as long as you got a spirit to determine and a fight and a will to get out of a hole and start trying to turn it around and take the round away from the next guy. But if you ain't got that spirit, you're not getting back in the fight. You might as well say you done lost the fight. You know what I mean? And I think that's where I'm at with the Knicks right now. Knicks don't show me no competitive spirit, and they just start like, wow, we got blown out the other night. We want to lose by 15 a night. What that's telling me, their spirit is broken. They don't have the fight and the will to say, you know what? I got knocked to the canvas. I'm going to get back up. get this dizziness out of me, then go out there and get back in the game and kick some butt. They don't do that. They don't show me that. Then I think it's a wrap. I just don't know how you're gonna, with the way the East is. If you don't show that fighting spirit, it's gonna be hard to do. And I think they have it in them. I do think they have it in them. It's just that it's all about how they respond today. This is a big game for the Knicks, man. I think people might not think it is, but it's a big game. It's a big game for a lot of reasons. From the standing standpoint, from a team morale standpoint, from just an overall competitive standpoint, this is a big game for the Knicks, man. And they got to go out there and compete. They just got to. All I want to do is compete. That's it. And shop out. They do that. We come out there and play some defense today. I think we can walk out of MSG with a W tonight.
Yeah, there's no question, Divine, man. Defense that we have to have some. We have to, when it's time, we have to push the pace. We have to always remember we have to out rebound teams. You know what I mean? It's the smaller little but the meaningful things that we have to do. When we get to the free throw line 22 times a night, we got to hit 19, stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's what we have to start doing. And in some games we've seen it. We're in a little lull right now. Why? I have no idea. And we need some, maybe it could be anything right now. Who knows what is the real, why this is why the team is looking like this now. But I know one thing, the team really has to get together, and they really have to put themselves on almost like a pedestal. They got to really start playing team defense again. I mean, team defense. If we slow down a lot of these teams from shooting the way they shoot, we got teams that come in here that's shooting 34% and end up at the end of the night they're shooting 39%, almost 40% from the 3-point line. You know what I mean? We have to stop that, and we're letting teams shoot 53 pointers on us, at least. You know what I mean? Some of these games that we lost 53 pointers, and they're hitting 24 of them, 23 of them, almost 40 something, 39, 40%. Can't happen no more, man. They have to find some soul searching, man. We might even need to shake that lineup. I like Grimes in the starting lineup, but I liked it when it was Cam Reddish in the starting lineup. And I'm going to stick with that the rest of this year as long as Cam Reddish is here. I think I like Cam Reddish's style of play. He's a little longer, he's a little leaner, and I think Grimes will strive a little bit better with that second unit, especially if you lessen some of D-Rose minutes. Let IQ and Grimes be those guys. You know what I mean? But coulda, shoulda, woulda. We see what we could do. I think they have a good chance of coming out here tonight, knowing what this team is about, and knowing who the shooters on this team is. We could close out on a lot of these guys and get some high percentage shots tonight ourselves. I think we have a better outing tonight. So push the pace, grab some rebounds, hit them free throws. I think the Knicks can win this game tonight, 117-114.
Yeah. El Lee, real talk. Appreciate you, my brother, as always, man. Thank you for coming in. El Lee, the professor in the building with us, man. Enjoy the day, man. El Lee, we holla at you, brother. Yeah, man. Like I said, the sky is falling, but it ain't hit it yet. But we just gotta sit out there and compete, man. Like I said, with all the stuff that you say that we're 100% dead with the pace and everything, we got to do that, man. We got to push that ball out. The other day when Knicks get out on that fast break and they get pushing that ball in transition, I mean, you keep them other guys from setting their defense and all that. And they did that without Tristan Woods to us the other day. They second best scorer on that team was Tristan Woods, and he didn't even play against us the other day. So we got to get out there and, like you said, push that pace, rebound, the free throws. We starting to fall back a little bit when we were shooting real well at the first 20 games of the season. We were knocking down our chatty strikes pretty well. And then the last couple of games, Brunson missing his and guys like that. RJ's been pretty consistent for the foul tech. He shoots almost 78%. Randall is shooting 77%. Brunson shooting 74%. Quickly shooting 83%. Who else? Cam Reddish shooting 87%. So that Obi topping 86%. So we shooting pretty good for the charity stripe this year, man. We just got to find a way to do all the other things, man. And that's what's been keeping us in game. That we get to the foul line at a good clip and we knocking them down. That's the only we've been in a lot of these games. 3-point shooting is still a problem, 31.9%. That's still a problem for the Knicks right now. That's one of the things we know. Once we get that going and get that defense together, I think we can be all right. But let's hope that it starts tonight. Um, um, I know everybody feel that way, and I understand that, Danny. I trust me when I'm telling you. I can see why people feel that way. Cavs got a team that's built for the playoffs. They're a team that can they definitely going to make some noise once they get in there. So we definitely going up against a team that's stacked, man. They talented. You got to go out there and play the man in front of you and try to hold it down. Because like sometimes you might not be talented in them, so what you going to have to beat them with effort. That's the problem I have with the Knicks because we don't have superstars. We got to beat people with effort because our best three players ain't better than some of these other guys' three players. You know what I mean? So how else are we going to beat these guys? We got to put in more effort than they do. And that's the only way we're going to beat our team. Because like I said, whether who you call our number one player is not like Kevin Durant or Donovan Mitchell. Julius Randle is not them guys. You could put him in another tier. Probably he in that tier kind of below Donovan Mitchell and them. So R.J. Barrett probably in that tier below them, and I think Jalen Brunson, and he's in that third tier, from third to second tier players in the NBA. We don't have no number one tier players. So what you got to do is play hard on the defense. They got to be a whole team collective thing. You got to beat people hustle, and that's what I love about Miami Heat. Other than Jimmy Butler, they ain't got no superstar. Jimmy Butler is not even a superstar to me. He's a star. But look how their team compete at me. Like, them cats go hard. I mean, they go hard. Kyle Lowry, Bam Adebayo, them cats got hard. They represent Pat Riley. Them cats are fight and scrap to the end. Them cats go hard. That's why they beat Boston the other night. Whoever, them cats go hard, man. And we don't have players like that. Where the dogs at? Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat team to start at 5 is not that better than the Knicks to me. But what they got that we lacking is that fucking heart. They got hard, bro. Them cats play. Pat Riley got them boy playing like the 90s Knicks down there. Him and Eric Spoelstra got that organization playing just like Pat Riley had them in the 90s with Patrick Ewing them. Hard. We go at you all day for 48 minutes, and they don't got superstars. They ain't no too different than us. So we got to find a way to get back to the energy, man. It's about stopping cats. You know what I mean? That's the bottom line. You got to stop a cat, and if you don't, they gonna beat you point blank. Okay, how you do it? You score 42 and they score 43, you ain't stopped them. They won the game, period. So, defense wins championships, offense wins games. Though you need both of them. But here's the thing with so important, and I got to give Tibbs credit for it because I agree with 100%. If you play defense all night long, even when your offense is not playing good that night, you still got a chance to win the game, period. You still got a chance. Even if your offense ain't balling that night, but if you play defense solid for 48 minutes, you still got a chance to be in the game, to maybe luck up and get a steal or turnover, hit a lucky shot, I don't know, whatever. But your chances of still being in the game is better when your defense is popping than when it's not. And I think that's what it is. When our offense don't got a good night and that happens, if you put effort on defense, you're always going to be in a basketball game. I think hopefully we can get to that, man. Tonight, our defense got to come play tonight. If our defense don't come play tonight, it's over. That's period. Because we could score. We outscored them in farther in the season. If you look at the tail of the tape, and I bring that up again, if you look at the Knicks and the Cavaliers this year, we outscoring them by 6 points. We out rebounding them guys. We assist better than them. Their field goal percentage a little better than ours, and obviously their 3-point percentage better. But to neutralize all this here, if you do all this here, well, that's defense. Rebound the ball, play defense. It'll keep you in the game against these guys today. But let's and hope that something happened good tonight. I got the Knicks on this joint tonight, man. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be. Being that our defense ain't playing up to par, I'm gonna go 120. I'm gonna stay 120 to 115. I'm gonna go Knicks in 5. If they win, I think that would be my score tonight, 120, 115. Because being that our defense is not really playing good, I don't want to say we're gonna hold a team to this amount of points, and our defense ain't playing the way they need to play. So if it's gonna be a high scoring game. Like I said, I think we outscored them. As of right now, we outscored them 114 and 108. So we definitely could score with anybody. If our defense play tonight, I think we can come out there and get it popping. Shot powers.
Yeah, defense is the key tonight, man. Aside from all the things that I talk about, religiously, defense has to come out tonight and really, clamp people down. With a big thing about defense too is making shots, and how I make sense with it is If you go down, you shoot a shot, you make the ball, or you make the shot, you can get back on defense. You know what I mean? Let them play the half court game while you're pushing the pace to get them tired. Let them come down and try to set up so you can use your sets to try to stop their sets. You know what I mean? A lot of times we're getting killed of going down, shooting bad shots, and other teams getting the ball back out, pushing the pace, and either hitting the three or driving to the hole when we don't have the one back. You know what I mean? Defense is the key tonight. So, and in order to have a better defense, we have to start making some shots. We make some shots, and we can get back and set up on defense so we can, try to close out, move over the screen or try to push towards the screen and other things like that, man. And when I was saying earlier about a zone, like a 3-2 like zone, really slows down people along the perimeter. It makes you want to move the ball inside. That's what I mean by that, because we're not being out on the 3-point line. Playing man on man. So, what's the difference if we play a 3-2 or boxing one where we can at least play the perimeters? At least we could play the four corners. Anyway, with that being said, man, tonight is a night for defense, man. Defense first tonight. Aside from how I say about everything else, defense has to be the key tonight. We have to push the pace. We also have to dominate rebounding, and we have to hit our free throws, especially when we get into the line about 20 times a night. So with that being said, man, I think we have a chance of winning this. It has to be a good team defensive oriented game tonight in order for us to win this game tonight.
Yeah, real talk. In fact, what's Nick over the Nick? Real talk. That's real right there. I think Shaq Powell talked about that earlier, man. We got. If we don't have great play, you got to put them in the zone or something, make them bust it. Because, like I said, if you look at it man for man, why I keep bringing up defense, why defense so important tonight, is there anybody on our team that can score better than Donovan Mitchell? Maybe not, unless they're hot that day. Is there anybody on our team that can really run it up like Darius Garland can? So I guess what I'm trying to say is their offense can be better now that we ain't popping. So that's why I think it's important to play defense. You got to stop these guys. If you let Donovan Mitchell run them up tonight, Darius Garland start shooting, and then these other cats start popping off, it's going to be a long night for the Knicks. So we got to come out there, man, with our hard hats on, our lunch pails, and go out there and some skyscrapers tonight, man. Real talk, man. We got to get back to being gritty. And it ain't the only thing we going to succeed in New York if we play gritty. And because we don't have no other tournament, when we don't have star talented players, we got borderline all-star players, but we don't got no star players. So I just think that we got to play with what we got and go hard. That's the bottom line. Because I know Julian's capable of doing what he do. I know Brent can do what he do. I know RJ when he can do what he do. I think a lot of these cats want they going, but because it's not a consistent thing. So we got to see. We got to see how they play tonight. I think we come back and play hard, though. I think we go hard tonight. What the outcome going to be? I'm going 121-15 because I know if the Knicks play their best game, they can win the game. That's why I always know that I always pick the Knicks not to win the game because I know they outright going to beat these teams. I just always try to say if I know the Knicks play some good basketball that night, they can just about beat anybody when they on. And that's why I always pick these scores. I know it's not about being I'm right or wrong. I'm going to pick the Knicks to win the game because I think if they have a good game, they could beat anybody if they play up to their potential. So I'm basing the score on. I'm always basing my score on if the Knicks play up to their potential. And the Knicks play up to their potential tonight. I got 120-115. If they don't play up to their potential, they're gonna get smacked around tonight, probably. And that's what I really think it boiled down to, Shop House.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. When especially me as a Knicks fan, as I come out and I talk about how the Knicks should play, what they should try to utilize, who should be doing what, how the defense should be set, and on. All the things that I say is all from the fan's point of view. You know what I mean? I'm a Knicks fan, and I think that, like you said, Devon, I think every night the Knicks get out there, if they could win the game. Every night I think they could get out there, go win the game if they do certain things. Certain things against certain teams. Like tonight's, I think the Knicks have a chance of winning if we can shore up our defense. We've seen what they had the last time that we played against them. We have to shore up our defense, protect the 3-point shot against them, push the pace so these guys can't set up on defense for us. Now, I mean, so this way we're moving the ball where they're still trying to get set, so we can try to collapse their defense, so we can make a better offensive move to the hole. And that's what, we do certain things like that. We push the pace, we run a little bit, we make sure that we grab rebounds. We make sure when we get to the line about 20 times a night for guys driving to the hole that we make 18 out of 20 shots at the free throw line. These are the keys that, for me as a Knicks fan, I think that can have the Knicks, win a game. And tonight, more so than ever, man, we got to have some good defense tonight, man. Some gritty New York City committee defense tonight, man. We got to get down there. I don't care if you hit somebody in the ribs a little bit tonight. If you trip somebody going to the hole and stand over them and get a tech, show your dominance in this game tonight, man. I don't, that do something tonight to change the way everybody else sees you play. You go out there and you throw somebody down to the floor and get a tech, and everybody else will be like, yeah, let's get this. Everybody's gonna get amped around that, and that's what we need right now. We need something to really, really jumpstart this team right now, because we're lagging right now, and the defense is lagging. So, I think, like I said, like we were just talking about, Divine, I'm optimistic. That last game was disappointing. That's why I'm so optimistic, because I believe that we could do better. Not saying that we are. Lynn said in the chat, my heart said that they're going to win, but my head is going like, man, Donovan Mitchell going to come here and try to score 55 points. I get that. Salute to you, Lynn. And I feel, in my heart, I think if they come out here and push this pace, they can win the game. I got it once again. What did I say? 117 or 114. I think it's going to be close, but I think we can win it at the end.
Yeah, here's the thing. What made me think why I'm kind of optimistic. I'm optimistic more than pessimistic, because we played the hell out of the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah, man.
Played the hell out of Giannis in that night. You know what I mean? And there wasn't no admiration. The Knicks played, because they not a dominant 3-point shooting team, but we played them cats hard. And then the next game to come out and lay an egg like that against a team, that was more disappointing to me. It wasn't about so much that we lost the game; it's how we lost the game. The Knicks, you lost the game. That was more. I don't care if the Knicks would have lost the game. I have no problem with that, because you can win. Like I said, you can lose 4 or 5 games in a row. Next thing you know, you can win 8 in a row. But my problem was just the way they lost, Shot Power. That's it. I don't care about the Knicks losing the other night, because we ain't not going to win a lot of games. We might lose another 3 or 4. I don't know. But if you compete hard and you play hard, then I'm like, you know what? They went down fighting. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. They didn't go down fighting. That was the only problem I had with the other night. Not that they lost. They didn't go down fighting. And you know what? Right. And here go the 5. I got 5 words that I think everybody can understand and adapt to. Go hard or go home. That's it. Go hard or go home. That's about the bottom line what it boils down to. Go hard or go home. So we got to stop playing hard on the defense side, or we going home every night. And I just think that's what it boils down to. But we're going to see, man. About 15 minutes at MSG, man. Cleveland, they're going to come in there. It's going to be electrifying again. 6 o'clock game on a Sunday. Should be pretty fun. Salute to the chat, man. Y'all got to pop it up in there. Nick 100, Eddie, Johnny Davis, salute John, Johnny D, Eddie, everybody, man. Danny, salute everyone. Nick, always Nick, everybody in the chat, man. Y'all got to pop it up in here, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button coming out of the door. Y'all already know what it is. But it's fun, man. We got to live to fight another day. Like I said, overall, I'm just disappointed that it happened the way it happened. They didn't put up no fight that night. Maybe could have been they just, they got a blitz coming at them, like a snowstorm coming. They didn't prepare to throw the salt on the ground. They had their shovels. They hit it with a snowstorm in the guard the other night. They probably wasn't ready for it, But we'll see what happens, man. I think we're gonna be all right tonight. I think we're gonna play hard tonight. One thing I think we're gonna bounce back. I don't think we're gonna go down there and get blowed out, because I think we're gonna be competitive. I think we're gonna be more competitive than that. I really don't think that's gonna happen tonight. I think the Knicks, if they lose, I don't think they're gonna get blowed out like they did against Dallas. I think that was hopefully just an admiration. I'm hoping that this was one of them days, because the Knicks didn't play like that all year long. Sharp Power, they wasn't getting blowed out in games all year long. They didn't get blowed out like that. They lost. Yeah, they haven't got blown out like that. So I'm just hoping that was just a glitch in the matrix, and and they move on to fight on to another day like today and come out there with a little bit more sense of urgency. Let's see if we can win this game in the Garden tonight, man. I still think it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be fun. And I let's hope that it could have hit. I got one thing, because like I said, and if somewhere down the line we'll talk about it, and if the Tibbs thing go the other way, I know everybody talking about Johnny Bryant, but people always get a second chance in life. And he was out. He was part of the Knicks for a while. Watch out for Ime Udoka. Watch it. The Knicks. He was an assistant coach on the Knicks. Boston look like they're gonna keep what they got with a young coach. Brooklyn didn't take Ime Udoka, so if they do decide to let Tom Thibodeau go, and I think the best thing you can do is bring Ime Udoka back up in the Garden.
You only get one trade from the front office, so they better choose they trade wisely. I understand if they let Tim go and let Johnny Bronny rock out the rest of this year, something like that. But if they're gonna let him go, I think we'll talk about that when we cross that bridge. I don't think I think players will get traded before Tom Thibodeau will get traded. I say it out loud, man. Before Tom Thibodeau gets traded, I think they'll make 2 or 3 major trades at the trade deadline before they let Thibodeau go. I mean, depending on how bad the season's going. So, I'm here for everything. You know what I mean? I'm here for the whole shabill. You know what I mean? Good, bad, and indifferent. I'm rolling with it. How we always say it is, it's what's on the front of your jersey, not what's on the back. So I'm rolling with the Knicks, man, and let's see what happens, man. I'm going to try to keep staying optimistic. As bad as that game was the other night, as bad as I want to really rip into Julius Randle for not playing that 3-point defense and always sitting down in the post trying to grab a rebound. He's been doing it all game. The way Mitchell Robinson came from a monster game the night before and had not being a little bit more consistent 2 games in a row and not being consistent when we really needed him to step up that night. But with all of that being said, Brunson didn't play that great that game. There's a whole lot of things that you could point fingers to and say about certain things and stuff like that. But I have confidence in this team that they're going to get it together. I hope they get it together a little quicker than the latter because we need some defensive presence on this team. We have to get from 26 before the All-Star break and be at least at in the teens somewhere, 17, 15, somewhere around there. We cannot stay the 26 team playing defense in NBA this year. We have to big up on our defensive progress. This year, and we really have to do that and do it now.
Yeah, real talk, man. We're gonna get a couple more words. We get out of here, man. But like I said, what's interesting? Just like we might be feeling so down now. Let's say the Knicks wind up beating them Cats night and beat Atlanta. Then we one game back.
Right. Then we right back jumping around here like, we're going to the playoffs. We're going to the finals.
That's what it is. Peaks and valleys. Feeling it. We go in there and beat the boy tonight and go in there and beat Atlanta Wednesday. We one game in the 500. It'll be all different. But when the Knicks lose like what they do, you're gonna feel this energy. The temperature turns up when you lose, man. That's all it is. So winning cures everything, though. No matter how you may think things are, winning cures everything. So let's hope that we get some wins. It'll be some good medicine for us, man. That'll be the medicine we need. We need some W's. And hopefully we get to that and get it popping, man. And I'm really good with that. But for me, man, just on the real though, we got to play some defense tonight. Go hard, man. Go hard tonight on the defense, man, for 48 minutes. Guard that 3-point perimeter. Because even with the game against Dallas, to me, even though Mitch didn't have a good rebounding game, you know why he didn't have a good rebounding game? Because they wasn't missing nothing.
Facts.
In order for you to get a rebound, they got to miss the shot.
Facts.
Missing. It wasn't no need. He couldn't get no rebounds because they wasn't missing. You know what I mean? So, let's make these cats miss tonight. Mitch might have another 15 rebound. But they got to miss shots. And Tim Hardaway and Luka and Kleber and them guys, and Kleber was killing it from the 3-point line.
He was.
Yeah, so they, it wasn't too much rebounding going on with the way they were shooting the other night. So we got to see how it goes, man. I hope we can bounce this thing back. Jarvis said, I wish Knicks squad had met my grandmother's switch. I know that's right. Yo, Jarvis, they needed that one, boy. They needed that one. That you ain't kidding right there, brother. They needed that. They needed a spark. Grandma power to put it to them, and they would have. They probably would have got together. So that's what sometimes you got to bring out a can of whoop ass on somebody. And I think Tibbs got to get out there and get. Ain't no more time to be brotherly friendly with these cats, man. You gotta, you are a tough coach. You need to get these cats grilled, man, when they do something wrong. I ain't trying to be a pet friendly all the damn time. Man. You better, petting cats on the back, patting cats on the back. Go out there and let them cats know they got to get it popping. But listen, Shot Powers, give me a laugh before we get out of here. For everybody get ready to get their nursery now, get settled, get into the game, man, and see how this thing gonna be. Should be rocking at MSG today.
Salute to you, Divine, as always. Salute to the chat. That's where it's at. Push that pace, grab some rebounds, hit your free throws, and above all, play some defense tonight, man. Play some defense tonight, man. I think we could pull this thing out 117-114. We pull it out at the end with a big Jalen Brunson shot tonight.
Yeah, right. That'd be nice. Yeah, man. I think it's all good, man. We just I'm with Shot Powers, keep the pace running. Try to commit some turnovers on defense. Get out there, run the floor fast, and get on that transition. Get out there on the breaks, man. And the easier the points are, the better for your defense. Okay, that when we get out there on the transition, we get the pace going, and we get a chance to get a quick bucket. We can get back there and set our defense back. So we got to get out there and push the pace, man. Run it, and most of all, just guard that perimeter, man. We all right down there with Mitchell Robinson and them guys. I want to see Julius or RJ go a little bit harder on the defense side of the ball. Both of them. Him and Jalen Brunson, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, my star players. They're my big money players. They need to step up in a big money game. This is a big money game for the Knicks. We need our big money player to step up today. We gave y'all that money for a reason. So y'all need to go and show and prove tonight. RJ, Randall, I'm not just talking about scoring the basketball. That's not the problem. I want to see these cats get it on the defense side of the ball. Randall, get it on the defense side of the ball. RJ, get it on the defense side of the ball. Brunson, keep taking the charges the way you're taking them. That's what I want to see the Knicks do, and I think we can kind of get to that level. And I think we'll be all right either after Barrison chosen. Yeah, right. But we'll see, man. We'll see. Like I said, it's a lot of negative feelings about the Knicks right now, and I get it, man. We losing makes you feel a certain type of way. No matter what it is in basketball or life, you lose something, you're gonna feel bad about it. I don't care what your money, your wife, your friend, your girlfriend, your whatever, your dog. I don't know. When you lose, you're gonna be feeling miserable, and you ain't gonna. But when you win or something, it all changed. Let's see if the Knicks will change this thing around tonight and get it popping, man. And if we can, man, get a victory, that make us feel much better going into that last home game for this week against the Atlanta Hawks. I think Tuesday or Wednesday, and we'll see what it is. But man, first and foremost, salute to the chat. Agent Super Nargo, Danny, Nick, Jarvis, Louisiana, Bill, Porch Nice, P Nice, you already know what it is. Danny, Fabian, Eddie Albert. Salute, Met fan. Let's go, Linda Lynn. Thank you for coming in, David. But I hope I can say that right. I'm going to say David P. Dave P for now, so I get your name right. Raymond Bentley, salute to you. Everybody, man, let's go. Knicks, come on in a few minutes. We're going to try to get it popping. Nick 100, salute my brother. Salute to you as well. Johnny Davis, can't leave them all out. You know what I mean? Let's keep it popping. Raymond Bentley, my man. Like I said, Linda Lynn. Tim, salute Tim. You know how we do, my brother. This panel will be open up. You get back ahead. You know how we do. Justin King, salute to you. Justin King came in the building with us, man. And everybody, listen, y'all enjoy that game, man. Fabian, Cash Out James, and everybody like that, man. Y'all go enjoy that game. Let's see if the Knicks can get it popping and get that W, man. It ain't over till it's over. I believe in our squad. Let's see if we can get a bounce back game tonight, man. Knicks Real Talk. Let's get it. Divine Shot Powers. To chat, that's where it's at, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit them like and subscribe button going out the door. Tell a friend that you got some real talking Knicks stuff going on up here. Win or lose, we gonna be win or lose, sad or blues, we gonna bring it to you. So let's go, man. Salute everybody. Let's go, Knicks. Let's go, Knicks. Let's get this W, man. Peace.
Let's get it.
Sir. Time for Divine Shot, KJ events. This Real Talk's the brand. You understand how we do, my man. I'm on that Friday night Knick shit, dripping in Knick shit. Up in the world, most famous arena with the click. That's the conglomerate. The Knicks Real Talk is real prominent. I'm a bit like the Omicron variant, dominant. Paying homage to the cat in the chat. That's where it's at. When I'm hearing that, you don't care for how early we straight facts. We interact with the mob, the gods. Up in the pod, the squad, the side. My entourage be on the job, my energy. Feeling tripping in tempo as they cook my game plan. And my brand for loot and pursuit. Going hard like the New York City gritty committee. Cause that's the things we ain't always pretty, but we all stay giddy. And we embrace the fan base, hit the links, amp your mace. We create the logo when there's space that appear like Squarespace. Staring down on the Chase Bridge, look at that Knicks City drip. Infinity Dexter's on the court, looking pretty legit. I stay true to the orange and blue. I thought you knew for him a few bars to shine like Star Divine to Mount Mars. Knicks Real Talk. Here we go, let's go.
Knicks Real Talk right here. I'm representing
Knicks Real Talk.
right here. Let's get it. it.
Here we go, let's go.
We here in the building.
Knicks real talk.
Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Knicks real talk.
We here.
Here we go,
in the
let's go.
building. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, for real. Yes,
Let's
sir.
get it.